Hey everyone, so I'm making this simple tutorial best I can in regards to Uniswap and Metamask, and say you have it's for transactions that are stuck or taking longer than expected with that are within the mempool. Your mempool is uh, it's kind of like limbo for all transactions that are made within the Ethereum network. So your miners choose transactions with the highest amount of gas, usually connected to the transaction, because they get paid that gas for making for adding those transactions to the block, right? So the higher the transaction fee, say you're sitting at 88 gas and you put in 100 gas, it'll probably take 2 seconds for your transaction to be finished. But if it's sitting at 88 gas and you put it in at 60, it could potentially take up to 24 to 48 hours because you're trying to be a little bit cheaper or catch lower gas fees on the long end of things, depending on what you're buying and how fast you want the transaction to go through. So say you have a transaction that's stuck, you've been sitting there, you've tried to cancel it. You can try to cancel your transactions as well, and you have to pay extra gas for that. But say you have a transaction and it's taking a lot longer than expected. So you would be on your Ether scan. You can find that from your MetaMask transaction activity. Essentially what you want to do, so say this is your transaction and it'll still say pending. You can find that out by clicking on the information via Etherscan. Here it'll still say pending as well. It won't say confirm. This is just an old transaction for some sand property. This one still took 50 minutes, but gas was fluctuating a lot at that time. So say here it'll say pending, and it's been, say, even 12 hours. You're like, this is getting ridiculous. I would like to redo my transaction. I've tried canceling, paid the extra gas, and nothing's working. Nothing is working. This is just crazy. My funds are stuck. How do we fix that? So we fix that by going to your account in the top right corner of this MetaMask, and you want to go to settings. From there, you scroll down, or it might just be right there. You go to advanced, then you scroll down, and then you want to go to customize transaction nonce. So a nonce is randomized. It's a number that's just calculated throughout the transactions. You want to go and turn that on. So customize transaction in advanced and turn that on. From there, you go back to get out of settings. So you get out of settings, and then from this you can choose, so the transaction that's pending, you click on that, you can choose the information. So it'll tell you swap exact Ether tokens, details, it's all the details from your transaction. And under that information, it tells you your nonce number. So for this transaction, the nonce number is 33. So now that I know that nonce number, and you know your gas, you want to know your gas as well, say it's 72. You want to go back out, and then you want to copy your own account number. So you would click on your account number, go to send, paste your account number in there, send 0 ETH, depending on what the price is. and how badly you want to unlock this. You can just go to slow, but you can choose, go to advanced options, choose your gas. It's only high right now because this is just what I'm doing. But at the time of your transaction, say my gas was 72, I would do 78. Save that. I'm sending it to myself. And then when you click next, it gives you the ability to change the nonce. So my nonce was 33. I then enter 33. So I'm sending it to the same transaction, to the same account, which is myself. And then once you confirm that, it will it'll accept the new transaction that has been sent to yourself, and it essentially deletes the transaction that was going through that original nonce number. So it might cost you $2.16. It might cost you, it's depending on what the gas is at the time, but it's worked every time for me. You're sending it to yourself using the same nonce number, and you confirm it, and it kind of it's getting rid of the original transaction, and then you're paying that little bit of gas fee to send yourself 0 ETH, and it cancels out the original transaction. It works very well, and it's worked every time for me. If gas prices are fluctuating the way that they have been recently. But that's an easy way to unstuck your transactions. I'm sure it's happened to some people in the past. It's happened to me, and it's the best way to do it. And it works very easily. And you can pay, some people will continue to try to cancel their transactions, but you don't even need to cancel your try to cancel your transaction. You can just do it this way, and it's way faster, and in most cases it costs you way less ETH than hoping, praying, and waiting that your transaction is going to go through. And this will save you way more time depending on what you're trading with as well, right? Because prices fluctuate significantly via Uniswap all the time. So it's a time saver as well. Yeah, you got to pay a little bit of gas, but in the end, it's usually worth it. So yeah, super easy, super basic. It's just setting your advanced settings to custom nonce, and then finding out what your nonce number is for that transaction, sending yourself, your account, 0 ETH at that nonce number, and it just deletes the original transaction. You want to add higher gas fee than what you, so say you sent it at 78, you want to do 79, and it'll choose that, or the miner will choose that. But yeah, it's pretty easy if you know how to use MetaMask. But any questions, leave a comment, and happy trading. One love, y'all.